to another beginner's Vinyasa yoga class with Mobi Yogi. We're going to make our way into a comfortable seated position with one leg crossed in and the other one on top. If you have a yoga block at home or you feel comfortable using a pillow, you can place yourself on top of a block or a pillow for this meditation. Relaxing the knees down to the mat to open up through the hips and relaxing the palms, either flipping them up if you'd like to receive or placing them down if you feel like you need to ground down. Relaxing into the shoulders, sitting up nice and tall with the spine, crown of the head reaching up to the ceiling. And then just closing your eyes to gently find your breath as you breathe in through the nose. Keeping the mouth closed, exhale out the nose. Inhale. And exhale, release out. Just finding a nice comfortable seated position. Spine is nice and long as you continue to find a rhythm with your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Starting to quieten your mind as you concentrate and focus on your breath. Bringing your awareness to your body. Feeling the chest maybe rise and fall as you breathe in and out. In this mindful meditation, we're moving away from thinking and overthinking, getting deeper into the body, connecting with our bodies, moving towards feeling. Remember to soften the face, relax the jaw, relax the brow, and really find that rhythm as you lengthen your inhalations and extend out the exhalations. One last deep breath in and exhale out. Bringing your hands into prayer, bowing your head to begin the practice. Coming off the block, placing it to the side of the mat, away from the mat, and coming into a nice tabletop position. Placing your hands flat on the mat, spreading all 10 fingers, grounding down through the palms, and tuck or untuck the toes as we begin to move through cat-cow. Inhale, lower the belly, tilt the tailbone, look forward. As you exhale, curl and tuck the tailbone, relax the crown of the head, and slowly start to move through a couple cat-cows. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to open and exhale. For these last few, you can start to gently tap into the body and maybe moving the hips in circles, swaying them from side to side, seeing if you need to sit back to the heels, stretch it out, and then inhale to round the spine up. Always moving with the inhales and the exhales. Coming back to a neutral position, tucking the toes and sending the hips up towards the ceiling. Walking the hands maybe a little bit further away from the feet and finding a nice comfortable down dog position. Spreading all 10 fingers. The index fingers are making an 11 or they're gently pushing out to the side of the mat. The upper arms are rolling to the outer edges of the mat. The heels are nice and relaxed and you're looking up at your navel or through your shins as you relax your head in between your hands and arms. Starting to peel out your dog as you inhale. And exhale, going over to the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Finding a bit of stillness. If your hamstrings are tight, you can always bend your knees, lift your hips and straighten your spine a bit more. Take a nice deep breath here as you breathe in. And exhale, release. On the inhale, lift up high on all 10 tiptoes. And exhale to release the heels back down. Find a bit of stillness for one last breath here as you inhale. Feeling the back of the hamstrings opening up and exhale out. Inhale to prepare as you exhale. Step the right leg to the top of the mat. Lifting the left leg up. And exhale to step both feet together and forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Straightening the legs and the spine and then shifting the weight into the toes. And as you exhale around your spine, slide the hands down to the mat and relax the head. Inhale to slowly roll your spine up, keeping the knees bent, tucking your tailbone. Your head and your shoulders will come up very last. And then you can move your shoulders as you inhale, drawing them up to the ears. And exhale, releasing them back down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe moving the neck from side to side, stretching it out. Good. Coming back to a nice long tall posture in Tadasana, grounding down through all four corners of the feet, drawing up on the kneecaps to engage your quads. Palms are flipped down by your side, either facing to the front or by the side. Nice strong activation through the fingers. Gently tucking the tailbone, opening the chest, relaxing the shoulders. Tucking the chin to elongate the back of the neck with the eyes closed. And just taking a deep breath here to center yourself. On the inhalation, lifting the arms above the head, lifting the arms above the head, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Bringing the hands through the center of the body. Bend the knees, relax the head all the way down. Palms flat on the mat as you exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to bend and fold. Placing the hands, stepping back with the right leg and stepping back with the left. Taking a nice deep breath here in your plank as you inhale. And as we exhale, pushing back into down dog. Holding here for a nice inhale. Drawing in through the belly, lifting the hips up. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And a nice deep breath in. And exhale. On the inhalation, get ready as you prepare and step the left foot to the top of the mat. As we inhale, lifting the right leg up, forward fold, and exhale, step both feet together and fold. Inhale to halfway lift, sliding the hands up the shins, lengthen the spine, lift to the top of the mat and shift the weight into the toes. And exhale to bend and fold. Placing the hands flat as you relax the head. Inhale to roll the spine up, nice and gently. Head and shoulders come up last, and just moving the shoulders up again towards the ears, back and down. Inhale, and exhale. We'll be moving the neck one more time. Just gently tucking the chin down to the chest and moving from side to side. Good, then make your way into another nice Tadasana. Relaxing the hands, closing the eyes, staying present with the breath. Take a deep breath here. On the inhalation, lift the arms above the head as we inhale, palms touch, and as we exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to place the hands. Step back with the left leg this time, and stepping back with the right leg this time into plank. Flowing through our first vinyasa. So as we inhale, you can always drop your knees down and lower, or if you're doing the full variation, shift the weight into the toes, tuck the elbows and lower all the way down as you exhale. Inhale, untuck the toes, push the tops of the feet into the mat. Squeeze the elbows towards each other, and as you inhale, lift your heart. Hold in cobra, and as you exhale, release. Good. At this time, bringing the arms out to the side like an airplane. Taking the right hand, placing it onto the mat with the elbow bent. Taking the right leg and lifting it up and over to the left side. As you place the right foot behind the left leg, and then relax your head and shoulder on the mat with the left arm out to the side of the body. Just gently opening into that left shoulder and breathe. Maybe opening up that right hip as much as you can. Nice deep inhales and deep exhales. Last breath in. And exhale to release and roll back onto our stomachs. Arms out to the side, on the other side, going over to the right side. Taking the left arm, placing it onto the mat. Using that left hand to lift that left leg up and over into the right. So placing that left foot behind the right leg, on flat onto the floor. Opening into the right shoulder, relaxing the head on the mat. And if you like, you can always take this left hand and bring it behind your lower back if you want a deeper bind. If you didn't do that on the other side, you can just relax it on the mat. Just keep breathing. Opening up into that left hip as much as possible. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale to release, rolling back onto the stomach, flat on the mat. Bringing the arms, interlacing them behind your back. As you inhale, squeezing the palms together and straightening the arms to lift the heart off the mat. Keep lifting up, keep squeezing, and then inhale to lift the legs. Point the toes, lift up as high as you can, strengthening into the back muscles, squeeze the legs. And exhale to release. Look towards the left hand side. Palms come down by your sides. Flip them up. Your toes touch, your big toes touch. Your heels are out to the side as you relax and soften into the body. Close your eyes and feel your breath as you breathe in. And exhale, breathing out. Taking 2 more inhales and exhales here. And exhale out. Another deep breath in, and exhale, release. Good. This time, kicking the feet back towards your sit bones. If you prefer to interlace your hands again, you can do that. Otherwise, kicking your feet into your hands, and as you inhale, through the kick, starts to lift through the chest. If you like, you can grab your ankles, try and get a deeper opening up into the front of the body and the heart. Keep the knees hip width distance. Keep kicking. Keep breathing. And exhale, release. Placing the head towards the right side. Flip the palms down by your side. Fingers turned up to the ceilings. Big toes touch. Heels out to the side as you breathe. Softening, maybe closing the eyes. Feel the breath come in and out of the body. Stay present with the breath. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, pushing back onto the knees, tucking the toes and lifting back into a nice down dog. Make your adjustments and find some stillness here as you take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale out. Inhale, lifting the right leg. Flex or point that toe. And as you exhale, draw that knee in and step the foot towards the top right thumb at the top of the mat in between the hands. On the inhale, rising up into a high lunge. So your hands can be on your knees, they can be on your hips, or if you like, you can take them alongside your ears as you breathe in. The back knee can be bent, otherwise to get a deeper stretch into your hip flexor, you can straighten it and start to push into that back heel. Arms are up. Bring the left hand onto the hip. As you inhale, reach up and over with the right arm. So you gently find your balance and get a nice stretch. Keep drawing in through the belly, reaching up and over. Inhale as you exhale, come back. Placing the right hand onto the right hip. Inhale to lift up and over on the left side. Inhale to lift both arms back up. Good. As we exhale, we're moving into pyramid. So stepping the back heel in slightly. So you have about 1 meter in between the feet. If you do have blocks, or you can use books, nice thick books, you can grab your yoga blocks. Your feet are on 2 separate tracks. So not in one line, but rather 2 separate tracks. The right foot is at the top of our mat right now. We're going to push through the big toe and the heel to really ground down. And the back left foot is not turned out, but rather you want it at about a 45-degree angle facing to the top corner of the mat. With this, square your hips off, and as you inhale, start to hinge from your hips. So really pushing through that front big foot will square the hips off more. Keeping the back heel down. Get to where you feel that stretch into that front hamstring. So this is a nice hamstring stretch, and it's all about squaring your hips off to the front of the mat and using your blocks to find length in the spine and feeling it into that front leg hamstring. Nice stretch building up to splits. So we're just going to breathe here. If you would like to try and get your head to your knee, you can always bend your knee slightly. Round your head into the knee to touch and hold here for a nice deep breath. If it's possible and you don't need your blocks, you can place your hands flat onto the floor, but it is all about the length in the spine. So there's no ego involved in yoga. It's about the right alignment and just being where you need to be and where your body is. The more you practice, the easier everything gets. So it's just about discipline, but don't be too hard on yourself and just enjoy it. So find where you're getting the best benefit and stretch, and just breathe here as you inhale and exhale. Good, placing the blocks away to maybe the top of the mat again, and rising up into a high lunge, stepping the foot back slightly. Good, and as we exhale, we're going to lower that knee down. Coming into a nice low lunge. You can always walk this front foot forward to the top of the mat and bend that knee directly over the ankle. It just helps give you more space to really send that hip flexor and get a nice deep stretch into the left hip flexor. As you breathe, inhale to lift the arms up above the head. We're doing the same thing, placing the left hand onto the left hip. Inhale to reach up and over with the right arm. Breathing. As you exhale, inhale to lift both arms up. Placing the right hand onto that hip, inhale to lift up and over on the left, getting a nice stretch. Really squeezing the inner thighs together for balance. The back toes can be tucked, or if you wish, untucked. Inhale to come back up. Good. With the back toes either tucked or untucked, on the inhale, breathe in. And exhale, start to send the hips back towards your heel. Straightening into this front leg, flexing the foot is very important. Placing hands on either side, and then instead of rounding your spine, try and lengthen through the spine. So you can use your blocks again or your books, and the key is to really get these hips square. So if you feel like you're out of alignment, try and square your hips as much as you can, drawing that right hip back to be in line with the left, and then breathing here. So this is your half splits, and just breathe. If you are quite flexible, you can always lengthen your arms out further and start to round your head down towards your knee. Good. Inhale. We're just now going to rock backwards and forwards. So inhale to lift the arms up. Maybe take a gentle back bend, and exhale to sit back into half splits. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And one last time. Exhale. Good. From there, placing that front foot down, walking this foot out to the side, and either lengthening that back leg by moving that knee back. You can grab your blocks, and with this right leg all the way out to the side of the mat, that right foot all the way out to the side of the mat, and that knee nice and open, you're giving yourself space to then lean forward and come down. If you are very tight, you can use your 2 books. Otherwise, coming down onto one, either back toe is tucked, and if you're here and you want to, you can always try and tuck your back toe and lift the back knee up. This is a nice runner's lunge. If you do run a lot, this is a great stretch into the hips and releasing through the lower back. And if you'd like, you don't have to keep the back knee up, you can drop it, untuck the toes. And if it's possible for you, you can get all the way down onto the mat. So it's up to you where your body is. So for me, I prefer to be on a block and just breathe here. Take at least 3 inhales and 3 exhales in your runner's lunge. And last inhalation. And exhale to release. Good. Placing the blocks away from the mat again. Placing the hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then make your way back into 3-legged dog. As you lift that leg up, take a nice stretch as you breathe in. And then exhale to release. Both feet back into down dog. Good. Taking a nice inhale here. And exhale out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On the next inhalation, prepare. As you exhale, walk, step or jump to the top of the mat. And find a nice deep forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Oop. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, coming all the way up. Palms will touch above the head. And exhale, bring your hands to your hearts or down by your sides into Asana or Samastitihi. Find your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And exhale to place the hands. Step or jump back into plank, and you can flow through a vinyasa. So either lowering your knees down and lowering, or shifting the weight forward into the toes. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your cobra. And exhale. Back on the knees, lifting with the tailbone into down dog. Deep breaths in and out. On the next inhalation, lifting the left leg up. Point or flex that foot, and then stepping it forward in between the hands to the top of the mat by that left thumb. Inhale to rise and roll your spine up into a high lunge, either placing the hands onto the knees or onto your hips, or lifting the arms above the head as you breathe in. Nice long, deep inhale. Remember, the back knee can be bent, or if you'd like a deeper stretch into that hip flexor, really push that heel back and lift through the back knee. On the inhale, placing the right hand on the right hip, lifting up and over for a nice stretch on the left side as you inhale. Maybe taking it deeper. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to place the left hand on the left hip. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to go over. Inhale when you're ready to come back up with both arms. This time, maybe stepping the back foot in. Another meter between the feet. Feet on two separate tracks, not in one line, rather on two separate tracks. Pushing through that front, big lift, big toe and heel. Turning that back right foot in to face nice diagonal position. Squaring your hips, and when you're ready, starting to hinge from your hips. So keeping a nice straight spine and pushing through that front foot and leg to really square off the hips and find length. Then you can grab your books or your block, placing them here, really lengthen through the spine and then start to forward fold. So it's all about the length in the spine, creating space, and that proper alignment of the hips square. Just breathe here as you inhale, exhale. Remember, if you're a bit more flexible, you can always fold even deeper, bringing your head towards your knee and lengthen even longer. One more nice deep breath in and exhale to release. Placing the blocks back to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift back up into a high lunge, stepping that foot back. And as we exhale, dropping the knee back down. Good. From this side, walking that foot forward if you need some more space to fill into the hip flexor. Inhale, as you exhale, take the right hand, place it on your right hip, and lift with the left arm up and over to the right side. Remember to squeeze the inner thighs together for your balance. And coming back up as you inhale. Exhale, dropping the left hand onto the left hips, pulling up through the rib cage, and lifting up and over on the right side. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, bringing both hands up. Good. For here, swinging the hips back, hands down to the mat, flexing into that front left foot, lengthening through the left hamstring. Square your hips off, so maybe drawing that heel back a bit. Find length in the spines, maybe come up on the fingertips. You can untuck or tuck the back toes, up to you. And really sitting back and just lengthening through the spine to hinge from your hips and fold forward. Getting a nice stretch. Deep breaths in and out, holding here. You are welcome to use your blocks or your books. Deep inhales and exhales, maybe rounding the spine, trying to touch the head to the knee. See what feels good for you. Good. Inhale to lunge forward, rising up with the arms as we take a nice deep breath in. Maybe having a gentle back bend, lifting the heart up, and exhale to sit back into half splits. Inhale to lunge forward, lifting the arms. Nice deep breath in and out, relaxing the shoulders, and exhale. Inhale one last time. And exhale back into your half splits. Lengthening through the spine and placing that front foot down. Walking the left foot all the way out to the edges of the mat, opening up the knee to give yourself space. And then taking your books or your blocks, maybe coming down onto 2 blocks if you are quite tight. Otherwise, always onto 1. Or if you're more flexible, you can always drop all the way down onto the floor. The back toes can be tucked and you can lift through the back knee to really just rock into those hips if that feels nice. If that's too much for the lower back, drop the knee down and just stay where you need to be. So I like to be here, working towards getting down flat and being able to lift the back knee up. And just relax and soften into your body, surrender to the pose and the stretch, and just find your breath as you breathe in and out. Let's take one more deep breath here as we inhale and exhale. Good. Coming back onto the hands at the top of the mat, placing the block away from the mat. Tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee. When you're ready, swing that left leg back up into 3-legged dog. Take a nice deep stretch as you inhale and exhale, placing both feet back down into down dog. Good, take a nice inhale, feeling the hamstrings nicely stretched. Inhale and exhale. Pushing through all 10 fingertips and the palms are nice and flat on the mat. Breathing in and out. Last breath here. On this next inhalation, drop the knees down to the mat. Knees come out to the edges of the mat, big toes to touch, and just sending the hips back, coming into a nice child's pose. So maybe lengthening the legs out and the arms out nice and long. Maybe the arms are still active as you rest your head, and as you exhale, soften everything. Relax the elbows, let the shoulders round, let the spine be nice and long. Hips are going back towards the heels. Taking another deep breath in, releasing out the mouth. Slowly rolling the spine up, coming up into a nice kneeling position, and then making our way into a seated position, bringing the legs out in front, so you can turn, either stay facing the front of your mat or turn to the middle of the mat to the side, and just opening the legs up nice and wide. We're going to get into those adductor muscles, the inner thighs, and flexing the feet out to the side. You can take your blocks and place them where you need them to be to gently lean forward. So it's all about hinging from the hips, giving a straight spine, really flexing into the feet. Nice thing to do is also hold onto the feet and start to lean forward and just lengthen through the spine. It's up to you what you feel like doing. If you feel like just folding forward and just holding here, just going to be here for a couple breaths. You can always just have one block, or if you are very, very flexible on the inner thighs, you can start to fold forward, and the adductor muscles are quite open and flexible. You can fold all the way down to the floor. Remember, it's about hinging from the creases in the hips and trying to lengthen through your spine. That will help with these hamstring stretches and hip openers. Breathe in and exhale to release and round up. Okay, blocks coming to the side and bringing the soles of the feet to touch in the middle of the mat. Heels coming towards the tailbones, the bones grabbing the outer edges of the feet. And then relax the knees down to the mat as you open up into Baddha Konasana. Really just being here with your body and your hips, and just lengthening through the spine, opening up through the chest, and as you exhale, really just allowing the knees to fall to the sides. Maybe if you like, you can bounce your knees, or just really drawing them down to the edges of the mat. Nice deep inhales and exhales. deep breath in. And exhale to release. Nice. Bring the legs out nice and long, just shake them out. Okay, keeping the right leg out nice and long, taking the left foot and tucking it into that right thigh. Making sure that that knee is open and your hips are square. Inhale to lift and lengthen through the spine with the arms out by the ears nice and long. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward from your hips. So really hinging forward, keeping the spine long, either grabbing around the calf, the ankle, or if you can, grab the foot. So flexing into that right foot as much as possible, keeping the left knee open to the side. Find the length in the spine. If you like, and you're very tight, you can always bend your knee and start to round your head towards your knee and then start to straighten the leg out. So it's fine if the spine is rounding a bit here. If you don't want it to, you can always just lengthen through the spine. But nice deep forward fold with knee bent, head to knee, and rounding the spine is quite nice. This really does help with the lower back. Any tension there, it does release it with the forward fold. And just allow yourself to be with your breath here as you breathe in and out. Let's do 2 more inhales and exhales. And releasing. Good. We're going to the other side, so kicking those legs out if you need to, shaking them out, and then moving over onto the other side. So left leg out nice and long, flexing into the left foot, right foot tucked into that left thigh, and when you're ready, inhale to lengthen the arms up and exhale to forward fold, hinging from your hips, nice straight spine first if you like, grabbing onto your calf, or if you have a strap, you can always use a strap around that foot or a towel. It's up to you. Otherwise, grabbing the ankle, lengthening the spine, hinging from the hips, keeping this right knee out to the side, opening the hip up. And if you can grab your foot, grabbing your foot, either finding length through your spine, or if you like, curling and rounding, maybe bending the knee so that the head can touch the knee, and then relaxing here as you breathe. Let's take 2 more deep inhales and exhales here as you breathe in. Last breath, inhale, exhale, releasing and coming up. Good, bring the legs out to the side and shaking it out. Okay, from here, lying down on your mat. So if you want, you can do your roll down, knees bent, hands onto knees and thighs, and just curling the tailbone and rolling all the way down. Nice deep breaths in and out, and then relaxing down on the mat. Pulling the knees into the chest if you like to release the low back, and moving from side to side just to massage out your low back after those nice deep forward folds. Good, then squeezing the knees in, nice inhale and exhale. Good, interlacing around the right knee, extending the left leg all the way out, nice and long to the mat, hold it and then relax it on the mat, either foot flex or soft and relaxed. Pulling that right knee into the chest so you get a nice stretch. Keeping the chin tucked, shoulders are square. Draw that knee in and hold. Take another nice deep breath in, breathing in. As as you exhale, taking the left hand, bringing that right knee over to the left side, opening up with the right arm nice and long to the side of the mat. And looking towards the right side, a nice gentle spinal twist. Inhale, and exhale to release, pulling that knee back into the chest. Good. And release. Interlace around the left knee, extend the right leg out, hold it, and then relax it on the mat. Pulling that left knee into the body for a deep compression into the hip flexor. Nice inhale. Shoulders are square, chin is gently tucked to elongate the back of the neck. Spine is nice and long from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Breathing in one more time. Exhale, taking that left knee over with the right hand all the way over to the right side. And looking towards the left as you open up the left arm. Get a nice deep spinal twist. Inhale and exhale. Maybe closing your eyes here for your last breath. Inhale, exhale to release, pulling that left knee back into the body. Nice deep pull in and then squeezing both knees. Alright, and ending with happy baby. Flexing the feet up to the ceilings, opening the knees wide. Either grabbing around the ankles or the calves if you are quite tight, or if you like you can have your strap and towel around your feet and start to pull it down on the sides. If you're able to grab the outer edges of the feet, you can do so with the feet flexed and start to pull the knees down to the sides of the body. Relaxing the lower back nice and flat on the mat. You can move from side to side here or just breathe. As you inhale and exhale, you can just stay still or move. It's up to you. Taking one more deep breath in and exhale. When you've been in your happy baby for long enough, you can exhale and slowly start to release the legs. Bringing them out to the corners of the mat. Heels turn in and toes flop out. Getting nice and comfortable. Palms flip down by your sides. Taking the arms away from your body. Taking up as much or as little space as you need. Opening the hips up by letting the toes turn out and heels flop in. And your fingers are nice and relaxed. Palms are flipped up. Relax into the shoulders. Gently tuck the chin. And close your eyes. As you take one last conscious deep breath in through the nose, hold it at the top. Sigh out the mouth, let everything go. And just be here and enjoy your Shavasana.